One of the biggest questions that I get asked is, how do we really know that Jesus, Yeshua in Hebrew, is the Messiah? Right? There's now 1 million Jewish people of Jewish descent around the world, mostly in the United States, who believe that Jesus is the Messiah. That's exciting. I'm one of them. But I get pushback, mostly from Jewish people, saying, "Hi, come on, that's ridiculous. You're disparaging Judaism by saying that people are going to convert away." No. If Jesus really is the Jewish Messiah, then the most Jewish thing you can do is follow him, right? Moses said there's going to be one coming, and we all have to follow him. And if you don't follow him, you're going to be cut off from the people of Israel. That person is the Messiah. So the question is, who is the Messiah? And I'm saying Jesus is the Messiah, and I'm getting pushback from people saying, how would you possibly know that? Well, one way is because of the ancient Hebrew prophecies, the Messianic prophecies. Let me give you an example. The prophecies are given to us so that we can rule out people and say, well, that person can't be the Messiah that we've waited for because they don't fit all the criteria that God gave in the Jewish Hebrew scriptures, what we call the Old Testament, right? So to me, it's like a phone number, okay? So let's say that you dial my number. Let's say we're in the United States. Obviously, I'm in Israel now. But let's say you dial my number, which starts 1703. The moment you dial 1703, you eliminate the entire world except the United States. You also eliminate all 50 states except for Virginia. You eliminate all of Virginia except Northern Virginia. That's what happened, and you've only dialed in 4 numbers. Now, as you keep dialing each number up to 10, you're eliminating all options until you get me. Now, that's what's so miraculous and so powerful about Bible prophecy. By understanding Messianic Bible prophecies, for example, you can eliminate possibilities and narrow in on who the Messiah actually is. So let's look at a few examples. In Isaiah chapter 9, the prophet tells us specifically, for unto us a child is born. Okay, so the Messiah is going to be a human being, okay? It's not going to be some angel. It's not a vision. It's not an age. It's an actual human being. The Hebrew prophet tells us that one of his names is going to be El Gibor, mighty God. Okay, so this is interesting. It's a human being, but he's also God. Now, let's take Micah chapter 5. The Hebrew prophet Micah tells us specifically where the Messiah is going to be born. He's going to be born in Bethlehem, Ephrata, in Judea. That's the Bethlehem where King David was born. That's the Bethlehem just a few miles south of Jerusalem. So you can eliminate the entire rest of the world. The Messiah can't be born anywhere except Bethlehem. Now, that's a problem today, because if the Messiah hasn't come so far, how will a Jewish baby be born from the house of David in Bethlehem? There's not a single Jew that lives there anymore because the Israeli government in the Oslo Accords gave Bethlehem to the Palestinian Authority. One more, Daniel chapter 9 says that this Messiah will come. He's going to bring atonement. He's going to bring forgiveness for sins. He's going to fulfill prophecy, but then he's going to be cut off. Then he adds that this will happen before Jerusalem is destroyed and the temple is destroyed. That was 70 AD, when the Romans destroyed the city of Jerusalem, destroyed the temple, and now there's a Muslim site, of course, over my shoulder where the temple once stood. So, last point here. The Messiah has to have come to earth, born as a baby in Bethlehem, prior to 70 AD. Right? That's what Daniel is telling us. We're not talking about the New Testament. I haven't even brought up the New Testament. I'm not talking about the Gospels. I'm talking about the Jewish scriptures. And they tell us exactly where, and while they don't say exactly when, they make it clear it's before 70 AD. It's before Jerusalem and the temple are destroyed. Now, when you take just those prophecies, just a few that I've mentioned, you can begin to weed out. Do we know anyone? Can we just think of any possible candidates that were males born from the lineage of King David in Bethlehem, Ephrata, in Judea, before 70 AD, who might qualify as God? Anyone? Anyone out there? Just spit it out. The point is, the prophecies help us narrow in, eliminate options, and to tell us it can't be someone we're still waiting for. He had to come before 70 AD. That's the power of Bible prophecy, helping us know who the Messiah really is.